What's good, Eagles fans? This is your boy, Tone DeShields II, and you guys are locked in on your dose to chalk it up, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more content, especially if you're new. I always appreciate newcomers, and I love the support you guys have been giving me. In addition, make sure you guys check out the Chalk It Up merch shop as well. All the links are available down below in the description. And if you wait until the end of the episode, you'll be able to see exactly what I got in store for you guys. But without further ado, let's hop right into the content. I want to talk about Darius Slay and how much of impact he will have on not only this young cornerback room, but how much of an impact he's going to have on this young wide receiver room. Now, a lot of people believe that we need a veteran wide receiver amongst these young guys, right? But I kind of disagree. Now, I feel like a lot of these guys mentally and emotionally are ahead of their years. Guys like Greg Ward, who's pretty much the old guy in the room, even though he's pretty much in his mid-20s. And then you have guys like Devonta Smith, who already is mentally ahead of his years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's important. I think it's important to understand that the cornerbacks and the wide receivers go hand in glove fit. They go hand in hand, rather. These guys lean on each other to get better. These guys are going to be practicing against Darius Slay every single snap. You feel what I'm saying? And Darius Slay has already made it clear that guys like Devonta Smith, Greg Ward has been staying after practice to get extra reps in with Jalen Hurts, so on and so forth. And that alone can help these guys get better. Now, do you believe they need a veteran guy in the wide receiver room because of leadership? Because I already believe Devonta Smith and Greg Ward are pretty much leaders. Greg Ward has been through the ringer. Greg Ward is somebody that's been tried and true. Greg Ward is somebody that's had to get it out the mud from the very beginning. You know, he's been a practice squad guy, traveling from team to team, and he finally found a home here in Philly. So I really hope Greg Ward makes the roster. But I believe Greg Ward and Darius Slay is going to make sure these guys mentally are where they need to be. Being around a guy like Greg Ward, being around a guy like Darius Slay, who actually had to come through the JUCO ranks, knows what it's like to get it from the mud, knows what it's like to take their job seriously, take their role seriously, and understand that nothing is given, everything is earned. So I don't think we need another wide receiver, a veteran wide receiver at that to come into this room. That's just going to be another guy we have to pay. If we lean on our veterans in the DB room, such as, you know, Darius Slay and Ryan McLeod, if we lean on Greg Ward, who's kind of that pseudo veteran amongst the wide receiver room because they're all pretty much young, I'm pretty sure these guys are going to mentally and emotionally be where they need to be. I depend on coaching to make sure these guys are where they need to be from a technique perspective, from a fundamental perspective, from a skill perspective. You know what I'm saying? But I believe Darius Slay can get these guys prepared. I believe Darius Slay can give these guys the necessary information, the necessary tools to make sure they can compete with these very talented cornerbacks in this league. And Devonta Smith has already went up against NFL level caliber cornerbacks in the SEC. Come on now. And on top of that, I believe Jalen Reagor is mentally ahead of his years. Now, I know he's been dealing with some things off the field when it comes to social media stuff, but I firmly believe he's far removed from that. He went through the ringer last year. He had to learn the hard way. He never experienced any injury at TCU until he got to Philly, and he had to find out who he was as a man. He had to find out who he was as a person. So I believe this wide receiver room is already sturdy when it comes to the mentals. I already believe this cornerback room is going to be sturdy when it comes to the mentals because of guys like Darius Slay, a guy that likes to have fun, but at the same time, he takes his craft seriously. He's going to make sure he gives you the jewels, he gives you the time, and he gives you the attention that you need to make sure you can be the best player you can be. Darius Slay already said it's his mission to make sure Devonta Smith and Jalen Reagor know exactly what they need to know, along with these other guys, man. Trust and believe. This young wide receiver room is hungry. They don't need a veteran coming in. They don't need nobody stepping on their toes. Let them establish their own culture. Let them carve out their own lane. You know what I'm saying? Let them lean on their veteran cornerback who's going to challenge them every single day in training camp. But I'll leave it at that. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II. And you guys have been locked in on your dose to chalk it up. Where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry. And fly Eagles fly.